CarbManager is the best app for tracking your food intake, your daily macros, protein, carbs, fat, which when put into balance can help you to lose weight, get into ketosis, or reverse disease. Like me, I have reversed my stage 4 cancer and I'm almost totally cancer-free with diet and exercise. And the CarbManager app has been a huge part of that journey. So today I'm gonna show you how to get started in CarbManager. I'm gonna show you how to set your daily goals and how to track your food on a daily basis, which are the only two things that you really need to do. But here's the thing, if tracking your food becomes cumbersome or it's hard, you won't do it and you may not hit your health goals. And so what I wanna do is hopefully make this really simple so you can set up your goals and then start tracking food and actually see results in your health, okay? First thing you wanna do is download the CarbManager app from whatever app store that you use. So what you're seeing on your screen right now is a look at a CarbManager account it's my account that's already been set up. My goals are already set and I already tracked food. But I want you to take a look at this beautiful screen because I love this screen. What it's telling me is that the yellow, the orange circle is my fat intake. The red triangle are my net carbs, okay? And the blue is my protein. So I can see on the right-hand side here that I have 16 grams left before I bust my protein goal. That with fat, I have 162 grams left. And with my total calories, I have 1,500 calories left for the day. I can even tap on the graph. So when I tap this, I can see the percentages. And if you're way into ketosis like me, I'm a keto vegan eater, this is everything, right? Knowing my percentages. What this says to me is that of all the calories I've eaten today, 67% have come from fat. That's really good. 28% have come from protein. That's super good, especially if you're trying to beat cancer. And only 5% have come from carbs, those yummy, delicious, poisonous, destructive, crumbly, soft, gooey goodness carbs. They're not good for you. I know they're delicious, but you should eat very few of them. So I love to see that my carbs are very, very small. Now, this is what your daily CarbManager account is gonna look like, but it won't look like this until you set up your account, okay? So the first thing that I'm gonna do is click on my profile picture in the upper left-hand side of the screen. Now I'm on my settings screen, and this is where you set your goals and dial in your CarbManager account. So go into my profile and set up all your profile stuff. Add a profile picture. CarbManager has a social component. You will be more into it if you see your face on there, okay? But then I want you to go to app settings, okay? And on app settings, here's what I want you to put in. Number 1, it says carbs to track, put net carbs, okay? What this is the total carbs that you've eaten minus the carbs you've burned off through your exercise. So this is a really important number because it allows you to eat the carbs you're allowed to eat. Let's say, for example, you've reached your max of 15 carbs. Well, you could go for a 2-mile walk, burn off 5 carbs, and then allow yourself, a piece of fruit or something like that in the evening. So you want to track your net carbs. When you tap on that button up there, it says net carbs, total carbs. You can see these other two for diabetics. We're just going to go with net carbs. Then enable calories burn deduction. Make sure that that's turned on to green. Okay, you can see how you can turn it on and turn it off. You want to have it on. And then enable macros burn deduction. Again, this is so that when you exercise, when you go out and work out, it's tracking approximately how much you're burning so that you can add more at the end of the day. The next section is your energy units. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you my screen and I'm just gonna have you set up your account settings this way. Okay, your energy units should be in calories. You want to enable calories tracking. My weight units in pounds. It's like simple stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of skip through this and go to your health device connections. I want you to connect Apple Health. I wear an Apple Watch. I also wear an Oura Ring. And it's important to me that those things are connected so that when you go for a walk, you don't have to enter it. It's already tracking it for you. So connect your Apple Watch under Apple Health. And then if you're using the Keto Mojo, I am a ketosis guy. So I am really big into the Keto Mojo. I use it a couple times a week and I really love that app. This is a brand new integration. So if you're using the Keto Mojo app, then set this up, set this integration up so that your ketosis meter is talking to your carb manager. Next is you definitely want to enable mealtime tracking. This allows you to track your meals at specific times. Look, I'm going to just put this on the screen and I want you to just make it look like mine, okay? You want to enable your keto grades. What that means is that this app will provide you with a ton of like menu items and like suggestions for foods that you should eat. And I love it. I've gotten some of my favorite recipes from this app. When you enable keto grades, that's actually telling it will put a label on all the foods like, hey, this is keto friendly, this is keto friendly. Now beware, okay? That keto friendly flag only means that you can explore this food, okay? It may not have the macros that you want. So, but again, for me, I look at, if it's keto friendly, that's the food I look at, okay? So enable daily log greeting, enable meal goal recommendations, and enable incoming friend requests. Just make sure that this looks like mine. The next thing is customized meals. I'm gonna click on that tab now. CarbManager helps you organize your food tracking by dividing it into the 3 main meals of the day, 3 snacks, and they have a supplements section right here. I want you to leave it as it is right now, but know that like if you're intermittent fasting like me, like you can get rid of the breakfast altogether and not track breakfast. You could even you don't have to call it lunch, you could call it first meal, right? You could call dinner OMAD if you're into 1 meal a day, right? So once you figure out your eating routine, you can actually really customize this to suit your individual needs. For now, I just wanted you to see that. I want you to know it's there, but we want to move on and get into the tracking part. So click the back button and go back to the main page. Now that you're here, I want you to notice the goals setting features. And you have the getting started wizard there. You can easily tap that and let the wizard walk you through the process. I don't think that that's a good idea because you're not going to be tailoring in your own schedule. You're going to be kind of working on a computer default. It's made to get you in the app, and that's cool. But I want to show you guys how to really dial this in one time, okay? So that you're actually tracking and getting results that lead you to a result. We're going to do this based on my case, right? So I am in ketosis. I am a ketosis guy. I am a vegan keto eater. And I'm a cancer patient. So what that means is that I want to be limiting my calories to about 1,500 a day, total calories. Of those calories, I want 80% to be fat. I want 20% to be protein, and I want 10% to be carbohydrates. So when I put those numbers in, what will happen is every day when I look in at that app, it will tell me where I am in that goal, and I'm able to get like food suggestions on like what I should eat to balance it out or whatever the case might be. Okay, so let's first move into the macros calculator, okay? This is where you're gonna set your calorie goals. It's gonna ask you if you wanna lose weight, maintain weight, or gain muscle. Ignore that. A lot of you guys are gonna have a weight goal. Do you have a daily calorie goal? So this says 2,000, but I'm gonna turn this to 1,500. Actually, I'm gonna go 1,700. The average American, by the way, consumes a diet that's mostly carbohydrates and sugar, and it's about 3,000 calories a day. I don't even know if I could do 3,000 calories a day. Okay, so this is a negative 28% caloric deficit. Don't worry about that. And then I've got this graph here. I'm just gonna kind of skip through that because it's not important. It's like app stuff that you can go through in your own time. Let's go to step 2, my macronutrient goals. Okay, this is where it gets crazy. So you can see my goals here. My goal, and this is something I entered a while ago, is 5% carbohydrates, 25% protein, and 70% fat. That's kind of like a basic keto diet. But I can also choose from these other diets as well, like low carb, high fat. This is also really good for cancer patients. Low carb, high fat is really, depending on how many calories you eat, could also be ketosis. But we've got a high protein keto. You've got a no carb carnivore diet, which sounds really great to me, but I've never tried it. And then of course you can customize it. So I'll click, the customize button there. And what it does is it opens up all of these other options for me where now I can set, my total net carbs goals and my protein goals for the day. I'm actually gonna go back to the custom and I'm gonna do 5, 25, 70. I wanted to start with that 80%, but like based on the app, Boom, that's where I'm gonna go. It makes it simple. So you see the yellow, the red, and the blue. That's what my daily circle should look like, right? So it's telling me how I should be looking at this. And then as I go down the list, you can find that the net carbs, the protein, and the fat, they're turned off. You can't edit them right now. And that's good because it's already set up for you. So if you want to do custom, set it up custom. But otherwise, pick one of those macro breakdowns that you're shooting for. And if you're working with a professional, then this should have been told to you. I'm just going to hit apply macro goals and get into the app. Tap backwards on the app so you're back in the account settings menu. And now we're going to go macronutrient and energy. And this is where you can do a couple different things. Number one, you can select the frequency, which is how often do you want to eat this way? Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do you want to eat this way Monday through Friday? Those are the things that you can set up here. I think you should just keep it as every day. And then when you have an off day, don't use the app. Okay. So this is where I can set my targets. So my target is 1,700 calories. And it's asking me, is your goal to be above or below that? So if you're trying to gain muscle, like you might have a calorie intake goal, like, hey, I want to eat above 2,000 calories a day. So I'm going to tap below because I want to eat below 1,700 calories a day. Total carbs, again, is 21.25 grams. That's the breakdown of, I think it's 5% carbs. I want to be below that. You see where I'm going? Now, what I could do is I could actually tap on that and I could customize it for me. Like maybe I'm doing well. Maybe I'm in ketosis every day. Maybe I could give myself a half a piece of sourdough bread every night. Half a piece of sourdough bread is about 6 grams of carbs. So what if I did, what if I were to increase my carb intake just a little bit, knowing that I'm doing okay and that I'm staying in ketosis enough, right? This is where you can get specific. So I don't think you need to do this right now. I want you to know it's here because some of you are cancer patients and some of you I've probably met at Dr. Jake's office or at one of the various, cancer events that I've gone to. If you have specific numbers that you're trying to reach, you do that in macronutrients and energy, okay? So I'm just gonna X out of here. And again, I'm back onto the main settings page and it's macros calendar, macronutrient, and energy. That's it, you're done, okay? Now the app has some other features here like micronutrients. You can track your supplements here. But again, that's gonna take you a ton of time and I just don't see you tracking your vitamins every day. All right, you can also enable some meal goals here and you've got some other health goals here that you can add into like your weight and some other things here. So play around with it, get used to it. But once you set up your macros calendar and your energy settings, then you're ready to start logging food, okay? So how do we do that? You wake up, maybe you fast a little bit, and then you're gonna eat, so you're gonna drink some coffee. Do you have to log that? Yes, you do have to log that. You're gonna eat a sandwich for lunch. Like, how do you do that? Do I log the bread or the lettuce and the tomatoes? Like, how does that all work? That's what we're gonna cover in the next video. I'm gonna show you how to add your food, how to add meals, how to set up custom foods so that tracking is easy. Like I said in the beginning, once you set it up, then it's really easy on a daily basis, right? Setting it up and being committed to that process, that's the hard part. So tap on the video that's on your screen now and I will show you how to start logging your food.